Hi there, I'm Warframe. Let's upgrade Yareli Prime for disruption missions. The build can fight up to about the 25th round in solo mode in the Steel Pass disruption mission. You can defeat a lot of enemies of level 700 or so. With the Helminth System and Archon Shards, you can upgrade her a lot. I have told you before how to get them to work, so make sure you can use both of them if possible. Now, let's see Yareli's build. First, override the abilities. This time, we will sacrifice Yareli's Force ability. This ability can gather enemies, but after gathering them, it scatters enemies. Therefore, let's override it with an ability that increases the firepower of Yareli's weapon. This time, I'm gonna use Zaku's Zata's Whisper. This ability adds void damage to the weapon and increases its firepower. It requires little energy and can be renewed even if the Demolist disables the ability. It also has a long duration, which is a good thing. There are other abilities that increase firepower. Use them according to your preference. However, you will need compromise on firepower, energy consumption, or duration. After overriding the abilities, let's use the Archon Shards next. This time, use 5 orange shards. Defeating enemies with the heat status effect will increase your secondary's critical chance. Combined with Yareli's passive abilities, you can increase your critical chance considerably. Now, let's look at the build. First, let's add the Augmentation mod, Royal Merulina. You can get it from New Loka or Cephalon Suda. With this Augmentation mod, you can control Yareli just like other Warframes. If you don't have it, you must ride Merulina all the time. In addition, you cannot use the abilities you have ported. Therefore, you must have this Augmentation mod. Don't forget to include Prime Shehute, available from the Daily Tribute. You should install it together with the Augmentation mod. If you don't have it, the normal version will do. Next, make it possible to recover health and energy automatically. Add rejuvenation to the aura. You can get it by doing Nightwave and exchanging creds. In the disruption missions, sometimes your Warframe's health will gradually decrease. To deal with this, we use this aura mod that can recover health automatically. Next, you should add Energy Nexus. You can get it from enemies in the laboratory. With this mod, you can also deal with energy reduction. Next, get Adaptation and Rolling Guard. You can get them by going to arbitration missions, earning Vitas Essence, and exchanging the essence you earn. Then, buy Primed Flow from Barketeer to increase your energy amount. The other 3 mods are Corruoted Mods, Fine, and Open the Boat in Deimos. This will increase the strength and duration of your abilities. After that, add Arcane, Mode Augmented, and Arcane Avenger. Mode Augmented can be found in Zalman. You can get it by defeating enemies called Shrugs or buying it from Caballero with points from the syndicate called Hold Fast. Arcane Avenger is available from Arcane Dissolution from Eidolon Arcane. You can also get this by capturing Hydro Disc, but it is harder. Now, the Yareli Prime build is complete. Next, let's upgrade the Kompressa Prime. This weapon has a high status chance and launches many bubbles at once to attack. Therefore, improving the status effect chance and the mud shot will make it stronger. Reinforcing the mud shot will increase the number of bubbles at a time and increase the damage. First, go to Sedna, Plu, Lua, Neptune, and Ares Nightmare mission. You can get the Lethal Trent. This will enhance multi-shot. Next, add Pistol Pestilence and Jolt. Pistol Pestilence is available from Ball at the Void, MOT. Jolt is available from Barketeer. With these 2 mods, increase the stage chance and create a corrosive element. Also, buy Primed Heated Charge from Barketeer. If you don't have it, the normal version is fine. This mod will increase the percentage of heat damage, and heat status effect will be easier to generate. The effect of the orange Archon Shards will be more effective. Next, increases the number of elements. Add Accelerated Isotope, available at the laboratory, and Magnetic Might, available at Hollvania. This will add radiation and magnetic elements. Then go to the Arbitration mission, collect the Vitus essence and exchange the 2 galvanized mods. Galvanized diffusion will gradually increase multi-shot. Galvanized shot will increase firepower by the number of status effects. By adding them, the firepower will be increased. And you can also buy the mod for extra slot from Valkyrie. Running out of ammo is fatal, because you will be using only this weapon. Be sure to include ammunition conversion mod. Finally, you need to install Arcane. After completing the Jade Shadow quest, add the secondary fortifier available from Ascension Mission. Innovate, available in Hollvania, also looks good. However, we have the Archon Shards this time, so I recommend the secondary fortifier. It can steal the overgrowth from the enemy, which increases your survivability. So, Kompressa Prime Build is now complete. Next up is the Daikyu Prime Build. This time, we will not use this weapon directly. Therefore, the 4 mods in the row below and the excess mod can be added to fulfill the role. First, go to the Orb Ballast to complete the Thermal Fracture event. You will get Amalgam Solution as a reward. Next, open Deimos Vault and aim for the critical delay. This will increase your critical chance. Next, go to Plains of Eidolon and go to the bounty of ghouls. You should get 2 hunter mods. With this, the companion will deal extra damage to enemies affected by the slash status effect. Yareli's third ability will always cause a slash status effect, so there will be a synergy effect with these mods. Finally, go to the Jupiter Disruption mission to get the Arrow mod. You may get it by defeating 3 Demolists in the first round, 2 in the 2nd round, and 1 in the 3rd round. When you jump into the air and shoot enemies by holding down the aim button, you can put them to sleep. However, you don't have time to do that tricky maneuver, so this mod is not necessary. Next, a melee weapon build. I'm gonna use the Harmony available in the Ascension mission after completing the Jade Shadow quest. The heavy melee attack can cause a status damage to the enemy all at once. This weapon generates all the damage from the heat status effect generated by the Kompressa Prime at once, and can inflict massive damage on the enemy. When the Demolist is about to be defeated, there is a chance to finish them off with a heavy melee attack. Let's see the mods. First, let's get the Stance mod from the bounty in Cetus or various enemies. Next, get Primed Fury from the Daily Tribute. If you have a fast attack speed, you can switch from a secondary weapon to a melee weapon quickly. Buy other primed mods from Valkyrie. Next, get Quickening from the Dark Sector mission. You may get it in the 4th rotation reward. Corrupted Charge is available in the Vault of Deimos. The mod in the extra slot is available from Void or as a reward for the normal version of the circuit. If you hit heavy melee attack, your movement speed will be slightly increased. Use the remaining mods to increase heavy melee attack speed. Killing Blow is easy to get by defeating the Mars boss. Amalgam Organ Shatter is available at the Thermal Fracture event, and the Galvanized Elementalist is available by exchanging Vitus essence found in Arbitration. Finally, you should include Melee Afflictions. You can get it by defeating the sisters in Ascension Mission after completing the quest called Jade Shadow. Put this Arcane on, and if you blow up an enemy, it will increase the number of status effects. Now, your melee weapon build is complete. Next, let's see the build of Sliver Profiler. First, add Resourceful Retriever to increase the amount of resources you get. Do Animal Conservation in Cambion Drift and get this mod at Sun's place. Also, buy Duplex Bond from Sun. Next, do the bounty at Orb Ballast and get the Tech mod. You can also get a Fetch from Hyena-like enemy at the same location. Earn points with bounty and raise the rank of Solaris United to the 3rd level or higher. Now, you can buy Tenacious Bond from Biz, then buy Prime Pack Leader from Valkyrie. You should also add 2 unique mods for Sliver Profiler. Finally, do a bounty on the ghouls in the Plains of Eidolon and install 2 Hunter mods. Hunter command is especially crucial for this build. With this mod, Sliver Profiler can attack enemies with a slash status effect, and Yareli's third ability can cause slash status effects. Therefore, survivable fighter will be more aggressive by the synergy effect with the abilities. Next, let's see the survivable fighter claw build. First, get the stance mod from Sam. Next, get bite from Drag. Then, get shocking claws or sepsis claws. Shocking claw is available from Bears, and sepsis claw is available from Sam in exchange for an animal conservation tag. It is critical to generate electricity or toxic element. Similarly, precision conditioning should be bought from Tesonite in Cetus. Then, get 2 elemental mods from Hyena in all valleys. In addition, do bounty of ghouls in the plains of Eidolon and add hunter synergy. Thanks to the mods so far, the crit and status chance should be over 100%. After that, install the mods available at the laboratory and Hollvania, and the build is complete. That's it for the build, but let's prepare the operator's abilities as well. This time, I will use Unail's skill tree. Caustic Strike is the skill we will be using most often. This second ability fires a projectile of light. This can remove all of the enemy armor. This is very useful in Disruption Mission as it softens the demo list easily. If the demo list has shields, approach it with the operator and activate the first ability. All the shields will be removed. You may need Arcane as well. Mega Slowdown and Mega Screech are good choices. To get them, you need to raise your rank in Vox Solaris, a hidden syndicate, to the highest rank. To access it, you must enter the backyard in Fortuna and become an operator at the Little Duck. You will need to give her various Troids to earn points. If you follow this map, you can earn Troid. Earn Troid and convert them into points. After earning points, give Troid to her to raise your rank. To reach the highest rank, you must defeat the Profit Taker. For this, you also need to raise your rank in the Solaris United to the maximum. If you can defeat the Profit Taker successfully, you can raise your rank to the highest. Now, you can buy boss Arcane with points. In Mega Slowdown, you can capture enemies with the Void Rush. This is quite useful as it works on the demo list as well. And Mega Screech, your operator can ignore the penalty of being defeated. If you can afford it, try them. Finally, let's look at how to use it. Start the mission and use the second ability when you encounter enemies. After becoming invincible for a short time, Merulina's health gauge will appear in the lower right corner of the screen. This gauge will reduce most damage. When the gauge is lowered, reactivate the second ability to erase Merulina's gauge. After that, activate the second ability again, and Merulina's gauge will be full. Once you know how to defend yourself, just use Kompressa Prime to defeat the enemy. Thanks to the orange Archon Shards, the critical chance should gradually increase. When you have enough energy, activate Zata's Whisper, which is potent to the fourth ability. It will add void damage to your weapon and will increase the damage to overload. If you can afford more, activate the third ability. Survivable fighter will actively attack your enemies. Once the demo list appears, follow the red marker. When you find them, enter the operator mode. Then, use the Void Dash to capture the demo list. Next, throw the second ability at the demo list. Aim at the feet of the demo list to make it easier to hit. When the demo list's health bar turns red, return to the Warframe. Then, step back a little and activate the first and fourth ability. By stepping back, you can avoid the pulse that removes your abilities. Finally, shoot at the head with Kompressa Prime. Thanks to Void status effect, the bullet may be attracted to the head of the demo list. Increase damage with the first ability, armor removal with Unail's skill, and increased firepower with void damage. These three schemes should be able to defeat the demo list. Thanks to Yareli's second ability and the secondary fortifier, survivability will not be a problem either. However, if you get too close to demo list or nullifier, you can't renew your abilities. When renewing Yareli's second ability, keep some distance from them. And if the demo list's health is low, try heavy melee attacks. Thanks to Harmony's unique ability, The damage from heat status effect will be applied to the demo list at once. Try this when almost ready to defeat the demo list. Watch out for the Mariner's Gauge on the second ability. Aim for the headshot with secondary weapons. Soften the demo list with the operator's second ability. Attack while stepping back from the demo list. Increase firepower with other abilities if you have the energy to spare. Roughly, keep these 5 things in mind when fighting. If you do well, you should be able to fight until the 25th round of the Disruption mission of the Steel Pass in solo mode. This is an overview of the Yareli Prime Build. Thank you very much for watching. If you want more, please subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.